Three, two, one, travel. Hello, amigas. Today, I'm going to talk to you about something very, very controversial. And the reason I say that is because the opinions are going to be from A to Z. I'm talking about tipping. Tipping when you travel. I have this question always. And I created or I follow a policy that I believe is the one that is the most fair and the most accurate for the travel industry. But as I travel a lot myself and I travel with people from other cultures, we also see there that the tipping is completely different for every culture for different countries. So we as an Americans are traveling around the world. We have a very different way of travel compared to other countries. The likes, the wants, the comfort, the level of destination or activities, how many hours we like to be traveling, how much efforts we put to get into different places. Everything is different for different markets. Nothing wrong, just different. So is the tipping. I have talked to many of my suppliers and I travel a lot. I sit with them. I sit with my drivers, with the guides, with business owners, hotels, and people, and all everything that is involved in the travel. And the travel in general does expect tipping. In cruises, you know that they are going to give you the exact amount because they know that some people pay, some people don't pay. So now they put an amount and you have to pay it. It's kind of like part of the gratuities, is part of the package per se, and you have to take it in account. So what is this controversial? It's controversial. The controversial part comes because people say in America people are accustomed to give tips because the salaries are so bad and the people leave out of the tips, and that's why they have to tip high. Then the saying is, oh, they get offended in Europe because you're tipping them and they are professionals and they make a lot more money. There is a gray area in the tipping, and to be quite honest, it is. It is expected from Americans. They know Americans do tipping. Even if it's a small amount or if you're a generous tipper, you know, it is good. Particularly, I work with companies that go above and beyond for my clients, and therefore I like my clients to be reciprocate these amazing services that they're receiving with people that are taking care of them, their safety, their luggage, they're carrying things up and down, they're taking care of them, they're watching over their safety. So that's why you're tipping for, because you're being handled by someone that is taking care of your safety as well. When you're in a restaurant, it's a different story. In a restaurant, yes, you could, if you want to adopt the no tipping or the just a few euros tipping, you could do it. It's almost okay, acceptable. Taxis don't expect any tips. Sometimes I do. When I see somebody's just making efforts or waiting for somebody or carrying a lot of luggage, I do tip a taxi as well, even though it's not customary. So I have been traveling with people from other countries for extensive periods, like 12, 15 days. I do know people from other countries do not tip. And I find myself very, very awkward in these situations. I'm grabbing my purse, I'm tipping. I'm probably upsetting the other person that didn't tip because it's just not customary. I had to take, you have to take your own resolutions on what exactly, how do you feel about it? There's places that I am going to suggest this is a must. The guides expect a tip. Yes, they get paid a set fee for the 1 hour working or 2 hour workings, but it's not that they are absolutely making up, because they're freelance. Therefore, they might not be full. They're not, most of the tour guides are freelance. They're certified, they work very hard for their licenses, and if they're very busy, if they're great, they're very busy all month, yes, great, let it be. But not necessarily. Sometimes they just have a couple of tours a week, and that without tips is not gonna make it. So have that in mind. And those are all my explanations about tipping. I will provide, if you're my customer, I will provide a guide per country, and how much for the porters that carry your luggage, how much for the maid in the room that you stayed. You know, being generous is beautiful. People look at you with so much gratitude that to me is just very inspiring, to leave a place when they don't expect that you leave a tip or give them a tip for something that normally the rest of the world will not tip. It's up to you. But if you're on my tours, I'll suggest you how much, and I know it's gonna be the perfect, flawless trip that we are all expecting to do. And those are my tips for today. Goodbye, amigos. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment. Let me hear what you would like to know more about travel. Bye-bye.